الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم، وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته. اللهم آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم بك نحيا وبك نموت وإليك المصير. رضينا بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم نبيا ورسولا.
With you 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. This is Salam Radio.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening. Delighted to have your company. My name is Ansar Ali. I'm your host for the next hour here on Salam Radio. I hope you're well and you're looking forward to the weekend. Inshallah, I am, because there's a lot happening in Peterborough. We'll tell you all about it during the program so that you can get involved in some of the wonderful activities that are taking place for all our communities in Peterborough. And in this evening's program, we're going to be catching up on some of the comments that people have left over the week. A question that I left to you last week on Friday evening during my program. And also there's an opportunity for you to also call in and have a chat with us live on air. Do your own dedication. Say Assalamu alaikum to your loved ones, your friends. You can always give us a call. Our telephone lines are open. Number is 01733 602 133. You can also text us as well. Our WhatsApp text number is 07411191062. And I've got a couple of tracks lined up, recited by Mahar Zain, a wonderful artist, nasheed artist, very well known. And inshallah, we'll take a bit of a break and listen to him as well. A couple of years ago, I had the great pleasure of seeing him live in concert in Leicester, a packed audience. They were thrilled to see him and to listen to him. So I'll give you a treat of Mahar Zain as well. And during on the program tonight, as you've probably already seen, we've got some wonderful guests in the studio. The civic team from Peterborough City Council. We have the Mayor of Peterborough, Councillor Alan Dowson. Hello, Alan.
Hi, Ansar.
I should address you as Mr. Mayor, shouldn't I? Good evening.
How do I address you? You've been a friend for, what, 40 odd years
Absolutely,
now?
40 years, yeah.
So we don't have to be too formal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I'll call you Alan.
But you do
then.
address me as your worshipful.
Only worship the one and only, but never mind, you know. Mr. Mayor, it's good to have you here. You know, thank you for
great to be here.
Thank you. And we also have a very well-known face and voice as well here on Salam Radio. Needs no introduction. She is the mayoress for this year for Peterborough, Councillor Dr. Shabina Asad Qum. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Now, I'm going to call you Uncle Ansar because I remember being at this end of the microphone 7 years ago in 2016, and it's because of you all of this started. So I'm going to say that live on air, but it's a delight to be back at this end of the microphone.
Great, thank you very much. That's about enough for about me, okay? So we're here to talk about you, okay? So otherwise people will switch off and say we have heard enough about Ansar Ali. We don't want that. Oh, my apologies. Yes, Shabina, will have to say that to you again. I think that I've... just shows it's my second program back, and I'm still getting used to the technical bits. So I had quite a long break, as you know. So assalamu alaikum to you once again.
Walaikum assalam. And for me, you're Uncle Ansar, as you were 7 years ago. I remember sitting on this end of the microphone when you first called me to Salam Radio, and I blame you for starting all of this off. And we've been with the radio, and it's a delight to be back on this end of the microphone. Thank you so much.
No, thank you very much, both of you. I know you're very busy busy as well. And I was talking to you off air before you arrived. You've just been to Ely as well, to another event. And it really is a very busy period for the civic team, for yourselves, isn't it, Alan?
It is. Some days you've got 3-4 events on the same day, but I've had 3 days off, so I've been resting. And today, a bit busy. And over the weekend, we have, I think, 2 events tomorrow.
Yes.
Early in the morning and then at lunchtime.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of people who are listening to Islam Radio at the moment, at my program, they'll be wondering, what does the mayor do? What is the role of the mayor and the mayoress? Can I start off with you, Alan? You know,
well, it's basically ceremonial, civic ceremonial.
so cutting a lot of ribbons. You got to be good with the scissors.
I've only cut 1 ribbon
so
so far.
you've only been a couple of weeks. So.
But I was offered on Thursday to do the the tower.
Yes. So the Tower of.
Thursday night we're lighting the beacon.
Yeah, I
Yes,
was going to
that's
come to that as
correct,
well. But
yes.
okay, I
Yeah.
didn't want to interrupt you. But I was
but-
there for that event.
Yeah, but because I'm so old and decrepit, right, I couldn't get up the ladder to put the torch to the beacon. So my friend here, the mayoress, bravely got up the ladder and torched the beacon for me.
And absolutely, it was a wonderful occasion as well. You know, lots of people there as well in outside the town hall in the city centre. You must have been quite pleased to see so many people.
There was about 600 people turned up, and there was a couple who people always want photographs with you, and we had a couple. One was a Peterborough girl from Sugar Way, and the other chap, the chap was from Tennessee.
Yeah.
The United States. He was greatly impressed what was going on. So we took him into the mayor's parlour and showed him around. And then I took him in the mayor's car to the Palmerston on Oundle Road for some traditional English ale.
Yeah, okay, well, that's fair enough, because as you looked after your guests, and in the Islamic tradition, we must look after our guests as well. You know, it's very important for us. And in terms of that evening, I mean, you talk about people wanting to have photographs taken with the mayor and the mayoress, Dr. Councillor Shibina Asad Qiyum. I was in the queue as well, but then I realised I'll probably be waiting for about 2 hours. So I thought I'll wait for the opportunity here this evening to have that photograph taken on Islam Radio. You know, it was a big queue. People want to have photographs taken. So you say that it is a busy time. Shabina, in terms of being the mayoress, okay, Alan couldn't, the mayor couldn't get up the steps, so you had to basically assist him and torch the beacon for the Platinum Jubilee celebrations for the Queen. Wonderful occasion it was. You know, what is the mayoress's role?
So the mayoress's role basically acts as an aide to the mayor. You are the mayor's aide, and also you are there to assist, advise. Using the word exemplify would be the wrong word, but to complement that role in any way possible, and to support as and where is needed. Now, it's very true that it was very much needed on the evening of Thursday, but I do want to, and I think that Alan is not good at singing his praises, but I do want to give Alan credit, because in the mayor's parlour, before we went down, he said that I also want you to light the beacon because Her Majesty the Queen is a woman, you're a woman, and also you represent the diverse communities of Peterborough. And I was really heartwarmed by that. Apart from the fact that I was terrified that I was wearing heels on the day, so I thought that I was going to go through one of those big holes in the stool, but I was really heartwarmed by Alan's gesture. And as you know, he's got a lifetime of experience here within Peterborough, working and living amongst the communities.
Absolutely. And Alan, it must be the pinnacle of your career in public service. I know you're an educationalist yourself, worked at the colleges and then been a counsellor for many years as well. It must be a great feeling.
Well, it's a heavy duty at my age. I'm possibly the oldest of the mayors, but I was one of the youngest councillors. In actual fact, it was 1971 that I first got on the council for Gladstone Street and Cromwell Road. I was the Labour councillor then, first time for many years, and that was the beginning of my political career and the end of my professional career.
Yeah, I couldn't vote for you at that time because I'm sure my mum and dad voted for you because I lived in that area as well, you know. So
it's changed greatly.
It has. The world has changed as well, Alan, as we know, and some things for the better, some things not for so good.
If I could just interrupt, you call my comrade here, the mayoress, doctor, right?
Yeah.
I'm a doctor also.
Yes.
And I emphasize that because to many of the people, and particularly of Asian heritage, don't view the educational system and opportunities which are available. I remember once going along a row of taxis at Peterborough rail station, saying to the boys who were the drivers, "You're wasting your time sitting there just reading the newspapers when you could be studying." And at Brook Street College and the Technical College, you can. I left school and I was 21, 22 when I got my first O-level. And I went to evening classes and daytime classes as a mature student. And I think there's a terrific amount of potential in every community. And I think the diversity of our city is not reflected in educational establishments. People have got the same potential, and I would encourage anybody to go and tap into education. I got my doctorate when I was 60, so I think there's an opportunity for everybody. There's a potential, just taking it.
Wonderful words. Thank you very much, Al. And the Mayor of Peterborough, with those wonderful words of wisdom, long years of experience in public service, and we here on Slam Radio, myself doing the program, has often mentioned that there are opportunities there within our communities. There are people with a great deal of potential, and boys and girls, brothers and sisters, have aspirations that stretch you. You know, be limitless, basically. And I think the opportunities are there. Grab those opportunities, as the Mayor, Councillor Alan Dowson, has already said. Don't limit yourself. The opportunities are there. Study. Make every effort to study so that you can benefit from the many opportunities that you have. So we've got a PhD doctor, Councillor Alan Dowson, and we've got a medical doctor, the Mayoress, Councillor Shabina Asad-Q. And in terms of medical, you know, this academic, not that being a GP, a doctor is anything less, but also saving lives, you know. So I think that in terms of yourself, Shabina, you also try and encourage people, particularly young women from our communities, to work hard, to study, to get into public sector jobs and aspire high.
Yes, I think that's very important, Uncle Ansar. So as the Mayor has said, education is fundamental, and when we look at women from diverse ethnic communities, it is now, within the 21st century, it is essential for women to gain some type of an education, not for just a qualification. It increases their insight, it increases their ability to be able to engage with all sorts of people within different spheres and sectors. They can talk to schools about their children, they can shop by themselves, by learning the language, and by gaining a qualification. It is very important, and this is why my dad was very, very encouraging of me gaining some kind of an education, that times are unpredictable, life is unpredictable, and it is very important that if a woman falls upon hard times, she can stand on her own 2 feet and provide for her family. And if she doesn't have a family, she can provide for herself. Yep. And that is why it is important to gain an education, because through education, the mind opens. Yep. Through your mind opening, dialogue opens between different communities. And I often see that now the need of the times is integration between communities, and you're a wonderful advocate of that. I've seen all the work that you do, and I think that it's very important to now encourage women to come forward in these various sectors and gain an education so that they can, number one, be an example to fellow women, number two, the trend catches of developing an education, and then a whole generation mindset changes, but it always starts from the home and from within. So if you have any mothers who are listening to this show, I pledge to you, start encouraging your children from a very young age to gain an education, or if they're not academic necessarily, to gain a skill.
Absolutely.
And we are going to be attending an event next week on exactly that, diversity in industries. So it would be great.
The opportunities are there. So really, brothers and sisters, listen to my program here on Islam Radio. We're always encouraging people, individuals from all our diverse communities to get involved in all the training opportunities that are available, the educational opportunities that are available. Make yourself available to benefit from them, because there are opportunities there, Alan. And thank you very much for that. And we will keep emphasizing that point that both of you made so eloquently here on Islam Radio. We want to make sure that our individuals get the best out of themselves, because we all have a lot of in terms of potential, and I think sometimes people just are too relaxed, unfortunately, and are not tapping into the wonderful potential and the opportunities that they have. So please, we always say that make sure that you avail yourselves of those opportunities that exist in Peterborough. And there are lots of people in and around Peterborough, many community organisations and people in the public service, people like the mayor, the mayoress, councillors. They're always willing to help and signpost you. So, give them a call, get in touch with them, or here on Islam Radio. If you're stuck, you can always drop us a line, info@islamradio.co.uk, and we'll make sure that you get the information that you require so that you can get the information to benefit from the opportunities that exist. So don't shy away, sit back and think that there's no one to assist you, to signpost you. There are a lot of people, because we've got some wonderful community workers within our community in Peterborough. All they are waiting for is your contact, and do contact them, and help is readily available. Don't be put off by the negativity sometimes that surrounds us, basically. Always remain positive. Isn't that right, Alan?
It is. It's true.
Absolutely.
I'm wondering what to do when I finish next May.
That was going to be my next question. So don't steal the question, basically. You're almost doing my show for me.
Yeah.
We talked about education. Alan, how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
84.
84. Alan is 84, and Mr. Mayor, he's got a busy year ahead of him. He's also a councillor at the same time as he is the mayor, carrying out those civic duties. And you also, I think, shared with us not long ago, a couple of weeks ago, that after the mayoral year finishes, you got a challenge ahead of yourself. Share with our listeners, at 84 years of age, what will you be doing?
I may go back to university.
There you are, 84 years of age, and Alan, the mayor of Peterborough, who has been in education all his life, public service, is still looking to better himself. Also, we are always learning from the cradle to the grave, okay? Don't forget, the opportunities are there. So what will you be studying, Alan? Is there anything left for you to study?
There is. In 1960s, we lived in a poor housing up in the northeast, and we were slum cleared. And my belief was that it was unnecessary to clear all the housing. The council wanted the land in the city centre and for a new road, so we were rehoused. And I felt that it was wrong for them to split up the communities. We may not have had much money, but we had a community.
Yeah.
So I did my research into my own community, and for that I received my doctorate.
Yes.
So after 40 odd years, I'm going back to the area, look at my notes and tape recordings and studying the second generation of the families who I used to live with and to see how they reflect upon what life was like for the previous generation. So if you are of Pakistani heritage and you were born on Gladstone Street, then you have got a story to tell.
Absolutely.
And many people haven't told that story. And it's not impossible. One imagines universities saying you must have this qualification, that qualification. But in actual fact, if you've got the potential and you've got the story, tell it. And it's 50 years now that this year that the U3A, the University of the Third Age, is celebrating in Peterborough. And there, for people who are age 30, 40 years of age, get in contact with them and they'll help you find an academic outlet.
Yeah, and we're hoping to talk to U3A, University of the Third Age, because what we're trying to do here on Slam Radio during my program is to highlight a lot of the opportunities that exist, invite people who do the wonderful work in our communities, serving the community. So hopefully U3A will be sitting here where you are sitting as well and sharing the information with our listeners as well here on Slam Radio. Okay, I'm mindful of the time, Alan. So ceremonial, civic role, going to a lot of events, attending, representing Peterborough as the first citizen, both of you, Mayor and the Mayoress. And you also, during this year, have aspirations to raise lots of funds for good causes, fundraising for charities.
Yeah, we're doing it slightly differently, but maybe my...
Yes. So, as you said, I think that we're going to be a unique mayor and mayoress, especially Alan's, because of his vision and because of his experience. He has really looked at things like poverty and social isolation, and those are the things at the heart of his ethos. So we are looking at charities, local charities who are food banks, for example. We have the Green Backyard, small charities who are literally on their knees because of what they've had to suffer as a result of lockdown and the pandemic. And as you know, the third sector really has suffered as a result of it. So we're looking local, we're looking Peterborough-based, we're looking at those charities that really helped people below the poverty line. And because they're on their knees, we are looking to help them through Alan donating his mayor's allowance. As you know, he's not going to be taking that, and also fundraising throughout the year. And we have a number of them, so we've got a long list of them. Apart from that, we're looking to help with social isolation. Alan has had a meeting today, which has been great, in Ely, surrounding funding of a minibus to go around villages and to bring to the Mayor's Parlour some elderly individuals who have been socially isolated and lonely, so that they can come in the form of a surgery, have a chat, have a cup of tea, talk, mingle, socialise, and that would help enormously for their well-being, that we know after the pandemic has been on the rise with reference to social isolation and some of the
mental health challenges, etc., as you will know as a GP as well.
Absolutely. So all in all, we want to be a mayor and mayoress who live, breathe and work amongst the peoples, and that's why we call ourselves the People's Mayor and Mayoress.
You've mentioned some of the projects as well. Have you already identified the local charities that you'll be supporting?
We've got a list of 20 at the moment. But I tell you one thing which we've forgotten is the local gym has offered.
Yes. So Alan has been offered the local gym, David Lloyd, that is giving away 6 free swimming sessions.
All right.
And he wants me to offer that to anybody within the Asian community, the ladies especially, to come and take take the opportunity if they want to avail that. So 6 free swimming sessions.
Yeah, no, that's where you go, because I remember someone telling me that you were spotted there, Alan. Yeah. Yes.
I spotted another Labour councillor, but because he didn't have his clothes on, I didn't recognise him.
Let's correct that for the benefit of our listeners. People do have their clothes on. Don't be put off by that. But it was swimming wear. Yes, absolutely. So we want to correct that, because otherwise people might be put off. So we want to make sure.
And it was a local councillor.
Yeah, it's a local councillor. He will be identified, and never mind. Okay, so that's good. Absolutely. So these organisations are coming forward to support the good causes.
It's
that you've
just
identified.
small grants of £300-400 each to kickstart or to help them with efforts to alleviate poverty.
Absolutely. So on one hand, so you're identified, you've already got 20 charities, you've got a gym helping you with that as well, so you're going to get some people to get some free swimming sessions, courtesy of the mayor and this gym as well. So you're going to be supporting them. On the other hand, you said that you've got lots of activities organised. Are you encouraging people to organise activities to fundraise for you as well, or are they already set in stone? You've got things in place?
Well, you're sitting there as being one of the individuals that has always been actively involved in the Mayor's charity, so we'd like to ask you on air whether you would like to continue to do that.
I would be happy to do that. I've been doing it for several years now, so there's no reason why I wouldn't be doing it this year. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And the Mayor's already got his wallet out.
And other than that, Alan did say in his speech at the beginning, when he was being installed, that people are free to donate throughout the year, so we would be very happy to take donations.
Okay, and finally, we run out of time. Would you believe it? We've been at it for 25 minutes talking, 26 minutes almost. I've got about 35 seconds. Alan, anything in passing for our listeners from the Mayor of Peterborough, Councillor Alan Dowson? You've got 20 seconds.
We hope to get the town hall, the old town hall, reopened in the future, and people will be most welcome in the town hall, and particularly the Mayor's Parlour.
Okay, I'm looking forward to running a competition here for our callers, listeners as well, so that we can invite them for a cup of tea in the Mayor's Parlour with the Mayor and the Mayoress. And the Mayoress, Councillor Dr. Shabina Asad-Kume, anything from you? Last 10 seconds.
I want to help Alan as much as possible fulfil his dream and make him the best mayor that Peterborough's ever seen.
Can I thank you both for your time? I know you've been very busy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful talking to you. Have a good time as the first citizens of Peterborough.
Stay tuned to Salam Radio after this short ad break.
Qurbani. It is the greatest sacrifice, a sacrifice that you feel, something of value that you part with, enough to draw you closer to Allah. It is the joy and hope of those in need, the essence of your faith, and your submission to Allah. This year, offer the greatest sacrifice with Muslim hands from £35 to £245. To order now, visit muslimhands.org.uk.
Mart Food Store, Lincoln Road, Triangle, te aina rush. O balle hoy tusani amba ne pure mulke vich rolle.
Pakistani sogatan di amba le lo, jamnu le lo. Pakistani taze mithe amba te jamnu aa gaye ji.
Yakin karo ji bhai na Mart Food Store wale kinne bariyan to sanu Pakistan to apni brand da amba mangwa ke pure UK nu nash lwande a. Te hun Pakistani jamnu vi. Bhai o jane ne a putra.
Amar Food Stores, Al Mashu, fresh halal meat and groceries. Address 613B Lincoln Road, Triangle, Peterborough. Telephone 01733 687374. Amar Food Stores. Meyar ka naam, munasib daam.
Do you own a restaurant or takeaway? Cater Fair is an expert supplier of new and used commercial catering equipment. Visit caterfair.co.uk for quality equipment on sale at the lowest prices, or call us on 01733 310 115 or visit us at 11 Royce Road, Fengate, Peterborough.
हाँ जी जनाब अज तुसने किया 12 बजे वे
यरा फैमिली की बाहर खड़ना चाहना या खिलाने पिलाने से सोचना कुथे जाओ
इस च परेशानी वाली केड़ी गल है इब्राहिमी बफे रेस्टोरेंट पर जाओ उते फ्री पार्क करो उन्होंने मजेदार ते स्वादले पाकिस्तानी इंडियन चाइनीज ते इटालियन आय 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 खाने ना ते जोड़ी कोई नहीं नाले सस्ते ते स्वादले
ए रक्स इसका मतलब है बटवा भी नहीं होला होनेगा इब्राहिमी बफे रेस्टोरेंट वैरायटी ऑफ डिलीशियस डिशेस के अलावा जेलाटो आइसक्रीम एंड वॉफल्स भी करते हैं वीकेंड्स पर अपना टेबल बुक करवाइए और वीकडेज तशरीफ ले आइए ओपनिंग आवर्स शाम 5 बजे से रात 10:30 बजे तक इब्राहिमी रेस्टोरेंट 63 Sycamore Avenue Peterborough PE1 4JP टेलीफोन 01733 313131
Facebook at Salam Radio.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the second half of the program. I'm your host. My name is Ansar Ali. Delighted to have your company. I hope you enjoyed that conversation with the mayor and the mayoress of Peterborough. It went so quickly. Was in conversation with them for 25 minutes and it felt like 5 minutes. And it's a busy program this evening and we're building up really with our guests and inshallah in future programs every Friday. We are going to be having guests from our communities who are doing some wonderful work in our communities, from our diverse communities, serving our communities, bringing the communities together. And that's what Salam Radio is all about, brothers and sisters. We want to bring all our diverse communities together because that is the message of our beautiful religion as well. It's about caring and sharing. It's about supporting each other. And it's about respecting each other as well. And really, we all have differences. We have difference of opinions and things like that. But rather than with that difference of opinion, not talking to each other, it's always important to share our different culture backgrounds, our religion, or if you don't have a religion, just have conversations, talk to our neighbors. That is the way to be. And that is the message of Salam Radio. That's why in almost 7 years, we really built up a strong listenership and viewership as well on Facebook and many other platforms. And if you're organizing any events for the benefit of the community, we are a local community radio station, Salam Radio, serving our communities. Always drop us a line and we'll be happy to invite you and publicize your event because that's the way that we're going to benefit the people who listen to us, who live in Peterborough and are proud of our wonderful city of Peterborough. And we're going to carry on in that fashion because I've got in the studio this wonderful smiling lady, Kathleen Needham.
Hello.
Kathleen, good evening to you.
Good evening to you too.
And welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
well, delighted to have you here. Kathleen, you're another one of those wonderful community workers that we have in our city. I know many of us see television pictures, what's happening in Ukraine, all the devastation, the suffering, the deaths. And, sorry, I mean, I feel that there's no need for that. There is
Absolutely.
enough in the world for everyone to share. There's no need for wars. There's no need for conflicts. Why people have to resort to wars and conflicts, I will never know, but I condemn those sort of activities. I have to say that.
Absolutely.
But I feel for the people who are suffering. We here at Salam Radio are always those with those who are being oppressed, who are suffering, and Ukraine is suffering at the moment.
It is.
And you're organising an event tomorrow here in the city of Peterborough to support the suffering people of Ukraine.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about that.
Yes, so thank you so much for having me on today. We're really excited to be having a fundraiser tomorrow from 12 to 5 p.m. at the Fletton Centre. It's for children, families, children at heart. We'll have games, really tasty food, lovely arts and crafts made by the Ukrainian community here. And you can just come and enjoy, play around, eat very delicious food, or just get to know people as well.
Absolutely. That's all part of attending these events. What inspired you to organise this event?
Well, actually, it's my Ukrainian friend at St. Olga's Ukrainian Church who came up with the idea to have a fundraiser. She's had family come over from Ukraine. I've had friends come over from Ukraine, and we connected through the church. And then we've become best of friends.
Cool. It would be
since
nice
then.
to have her here at Islam Radio, actually.
She is busy putting up posters and setting up games at the moment, and I think making borscht. So it'll be, she's getting ready for everyone in the community to come and support.
And are you expecting a lot of people there?
We are, yeah. So we have plenty of food, plenty of games, lovely arts and crafts for everyone to get
And the
involved
weather
in.
looks good as well.
Oh, it's gorgeous this week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a garden in the back. You can soak up some vitamin D while you're with us and enjoy the fun.
I remember the Fletton Centre for the last century. I was on placement from university there when it used to be the youth centre.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes. So I have fond memories of that.
Oh,
yes,
it's a great place.
Yeah, De Montfort University put me there for 6 months. To support the development there, basically. Yes.
Oh, that's
So there you are. So
wonderful.
I have memories of that. So it's a small world, you can.
Well, I hope to see you there tomorrow.
There are several events that I'm actually going to tomorrow. I don't know. Some, at least one or two, are going to be missed out, unfortunately, not through lack of effort from me, because we're always very supportive here at Islam Radio, all our presenters, and they're all volunteers. They're always very keen to get involved as well, So, we will. You got our best wishes and our support.
Thank you.
Those people not familiar with the whereabouts is the Fletton Centre?
So it's really in the heart of Peterborough. We can
It's
see
over the bridge if you live in
it's
this
over
sort
the
of
bridge.
Yeah.
Yes. If you can't tell from my accent, I didn't grow up in Peterborough, so Google Maps is probably a little bit better of a guide.
Yep.
But it's really right in the center of Peterborough, so very easy to get to walking or bus. So we're really looking forward to seeing everyone there.
And once again, the times?
It is from 12 to 5 p.m. tomorrow at the Fletton Centre.
Okay, and everyone is welcome from our diverse communities.
Absolutely.
Lots of activities.
Yes, it'll be a ton of fun.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful time. And I hope that you get a good turnout as well. And the weather stays as it has been for the last couple of days. Kathleen Needham, thank you very much. Give our best wishes from Islam Radio to all your Ukrainian friends as well. We are with them. We are with all those people who are suffering. And we hope that the conflict there ends soon.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, and all the very best.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a good day.
You are listening to Islam Radio with me, Ansar Ali. Thank you very much for your company. Let's have a taste of Maher Zain.
There's faith in my world. It comes back to your teachings and all your words. From your life I have learned to be patient and caring at every turn. The reason I'm strong, you're where I belong. In a world spinning out of control, the reason for my pride, you are my guide. And I will always follow your way, your way, your way. Oh, alayka sallallahu, oh Muhammad. Peace and blessings on you every day. Alayka sallallahu, oh Muhammad. You inspire me in every way. I promise that wherever I go, whenever I pray, I'll be sending you praise with the words that I say. Rasulallah, oh Muhammad. Peace and blessings on you every day. There's light in my heart, helps me find my way back when I've gone too far. When all my anger makes me blind, I remember your mercy for all mankind. The reason I forgive as long as I live. In a world spinning out of control, the reason I love, I'll never give up. And I will always follow your way, your way, your way. Oh, alayka sallallahu, oh Muhammad. Peace and blessings on you every day. Alayka sallallahu, oh Muhammad. You inspire me in every way. I promise that wherever I go, whenever I pray, I'll be sending you praise with the words that I say. Rasulallah, oh Muhammad. Peace and blessings on you every day. I know the only thing I want from this life, and it's to follow all your footsteps to paradise. So that's the way I'm gonna spend all my time. Yes, I swear, by Allah, I swear. Alayka sallallahu, oh Muhammad. Peace and blessings on you every day. Alayka sallallahu, oh Muhammad. You inspire me in every way. Alayka sallallahu, oh Muhammad. Peace and blessings on you every day. Alayka sallallahu, oh Muhammad. You inspire me in every way. I promise that wherever I go, whenever I pray, I'll be sending you praise with the words that I say. Rasulallah, oh Muhammad. Peace and blessings on you every day.
The beautiful voice of Mahar Zain Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, peace be upon him. Beautiful nasheed. I hope you enjoyed that. You are listening to Salam Radio with me, Ansar Ali. I've been with you for the last 41 minutes, 42 in fact now, and the time has gone so quickly. Thank you very much for your wonderful company. We have done a lot so far. We've had the mayor and the mayoress, and we've had Kathleen Needham talking about a fundraising event tomorrow at the Flatton Center in aid of Ukraine as well. So please go along to that. You'll be most welcome tomorrow afternoon. A couple of other events to give you information of. Hajj Seminar, a step-by-step guide to the journey of a lifetime. And I know many people are making plans to go for Hajj this year, inshallah, over the coming days. This Hajj Seminar, this once-in-a-lifetime journey for all Muslims who can afford to go. Saturday, 11th of June, tomorrow, and Sunday, 12th, the day after, at 6 p.m. And there's a free Hajj gift pack for all Hajis as well. The venue is Iqra Academy Free Enterprise Way, North Breton, Peterborough. Please go along to that if you're planning to go for Hajj, Hajj seminar, a step-by-step guide to the journey of a lifetime, tomorrow and Sunday at 6 p.m. at Iqra Academy. And on Sunday, we have another event here in Peterborough. It is Macmillan Coffee Morning at 160 Lincoln Road, PE12NR, Lincoln Road, Peterborough, that is PE12NR, number 160, in the memory of Halima Hussain, a young lady, a wonderful young lady who sadly passed away a couple of years ago. Her family has organized this event in memory of her, the late Halima Hussain. Macmillan Coffee Morning on Sunday, the 12th of June, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Please go along and support this at 160 Lincoln Road, PE12NR. Very, very important. And again, like I said earlier, if we are organizing any events and you want us here on Islam Radio to publicize, we'll be delighted to do that. All you have to do is contact us and we will do the rest. It's as simple as that. You can drop us a line, email us on info@islamradio.co.uk. Very nearly gave you my personal email address, but if you send the information to Islam Radio, info@islamradio.co.uk, then we will do the rest. We will do our best to make sure that we convey that message to our listeners, and you get the support that you rightly deserve for all the effort that you put in organizing these events. Very, very important indeed. And you may recall that last week on the program, we asked a number of questions about what people's expectations are in the local area. And we received a lot of comments from our listeners, and I'm trying to find those if I can, and I have found them. And what sort of issues that they feel are prevalent in the community, in our local neighborhoods. Faisal writes, increase of drug dealing openly in busy areas of the city. What could be the reason for this? It's an open question, and you can always give us a ring and share that. What is the reason for drug dealing in open daylight in some of the areas of our city? What are the police doing, and what can we as a community do to help reduce this? And then Snow, he writes, very important topic, drugs in the local community, a big issue. People are very concerned about this, so we should be discussing that more. And then Shahid Hussain writes on the same topic, Faisal Mahmood, our families don't complain to the police, so the issues never get resolved. And then Malaika writes as well, Malaika Sultan, Shahid Hussain, true, but speaking through experience, when you turn to the councillors, majority don't want to get involved, and it's not in their role description. When one plucks up the courage and complain to the police, they push you back at the end of the queue. What do you do? So, but please be persistent, and if your councillors are not responding to you and you don't rate them, my message to you, quite openly, without any hesitation, without fear or favor, don't vote for them. If they're not measuring up to your expectations, then vote for them is a waste of your vote as well. We should vote for those people who are working hard for you, are trying to make a difference. But remember, have reasonable expectations of your council as well. Sometimes people do have expectations which are very difficult to live up to, but do always raise it with the councillors. And if you are really concerned that your councillor not doing anything, not raising issues on your behalf, there are ways that you can ask questions of your councillor. You can send an email to the local council under the freedom of information and ask them that, look, so-and-so is our councillor. We feel that they're not been working hard for us. Can you tell us how many emails they've sent to the council raising issues on our our behalf? How many times have they spoken in the council chamber? If they've actually put any motions forward on the behalf of your community, please do ask those questions. You have every right as an elector, as a resident, to do that as well. So, a lot of people are quite concerned about council not working hard enough for them, but you can always challenge them, ask them questions, but always be polite in whatever question. Don't start, sometimes people go a bit over the top. We have to still be kind to people even when we don't agree with them. That is the message of our beautiful religion, Islam. We have to be kind to each other, even if we don't agree with them, even if we don't support them. Kindness is very, very important indeed. And Ahmed Suleiman said it would be hugely refreshing to see councillors from different parties discussing how they can work together more for the betterment of the city, and how focus is lost due to petty party politics. It's a blatantly obvious topic, but never openly discussed. The community deserve to hear this. I feel it would certainly be a first. Well, Ahmed Suleiman, I'm going to ask Faisal, although I have to say that I have to declare an interest. I am also an elected councillor as well, but I would be happy to invite a Conservative friend, colleague, and also a Labour friend, colleague. I will take an impartial seat here as a presenter, and we will ask them what efforts they are making to work together. So inshallah, we will get the ball rolling in that. We will invite them during my program in conversation with Ansar Ali and ask the question, what efforts are they making to put party politics aside and work together for the betterment of our neighborhoods, our community, our city, and we will do that with pleasure. So we will certainly make every effort here on Islam Radio to invite a representative from the Conservative group, from our communities, from the Muslim community. I think that's what you're asking for, and also from the Labour Party. Labour Party and Conservative Party, they will definitely be invited. We can't guarantee that they'll be willing to come, but we will certainly make that effort. And so thank you very much for those comments. Fiaz Rasool has also said it starts from the very beginning. Family, environment, upbringing, a big dose of Islam, respect factor. If any one of these is missing, then we are ruined as a community. As I said earlier, being kind and showing respect to each other is very important. And Aram Shah, thank you very much for your kind comment. This will be a very informative show for all. So thank you very much for your support. And I said to people in my comment as well that I will be sharing those comments during my program, and I hope that no one had any objections to me mentioning their names and their comments on the program. It's so important, and you can always send us your comments as well. I think we've had some comments come through today as well. There was something on my screen as well. If you've sent us any comments, we will pick those up as we go along. My technical expertise is lacking a little at the moment, but I'm learning, and we will get through them. Please be patient and just bear with me. I'm loving this, as you can probably already tell. And I hope the enjoyment, the joy that I'm feeling for being here on Islam Radio for this wonderful opportunity, I see this as a blessing. I hope that you're finding this a good listen as well. And it's your program. In Conversation with Ansar Ali, it's all about you. It's not about me, Ansar Ali. It's not about Islam Radio. It's about you, individuals within our communities who make up our community. So your comments, what you tell us, what you want us to convey on Islam Radio is very important. And we also want to get people to go live on air. Have a chat with me live on air. Please don't be shy. I know some people feel a bit shy, a bit embarrassed. How often do I make a fool of myself during presenting, basically? So, alhamdulillah, it's being done in a good cause. My intention is sincere, and I hope Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept that, and I hope that you will forgive me for anything that you feel that I'm letting you down on any. And I try to be fair and impartial because at the end of the day, Salam Radio is for everyone to enjoy, to listen to participate in. We've got some wonderful volunteers, our presenters. They're giving up their own time and we will carry on doing that, inshallah, and we will try and make sure that we will get more guests here on our programs, and we can actually so that we can discuss all these issues. Let's have a look at some of these comments. Okay, Mr. Mayor, please force. This is from Snowy, Snugolo Snow. So forgive me if I can't pronounce your name properly. Shabina Asad Qiyum to rest sometimes, as she is always working restlessly for the community. Yes, so thank you very much for your comment, Snow. Javed Akhtar, education is power. Thank you very much, Javed, for that. The Pakistani community are low achievers compared to our Indian counterparts. We need to invest in our children's future by educating them. Education is very important. We need to stop the importing of spouses from abroad, as this limits the chances of the children, as often there is a language barrier for the parents, putting more pressure on their children. Neil says hello as well. So Javed and Snowy and everyone else who has taken the time to send us their comments, thank you very much indeed. Keep them coming. Like I said, you can always drop us a line. Any comments are always welcome. Constructive suggestions about what we can do here on Salam Radio to support our communities. And as I said earlier, this program is about giving out information as well. So if you are organizing any events, drop us a line, contact us. We will publicize your events as well. And me, Ansar Ali, like I said, I'm here to serve you, brothers and sisters. Like I said, I try to be impartial. That's what Salam Radio is all about. But we're all human beings. We all make mistakes. If I ever make any mistakes and don't quite live up to your expectations, please forgive me. Life is very short and we can't go around upsetting people. I try not to upset people, and I think our aim, our motto, brothers and sisters, should always be that to be supportive, to be helpful as best as we possibly can, to be kind, caring, considerate and compassionate to each other, our fellow human beings, to the creation, because that is the message of our beautiful religion of Islam. So if we want to be living our lives as good Muslims, we need to be kind, considerate, compassionate, caring and respectful of all that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created for us to cherish and to love and support and motivate each other, support each other. When we talk about education and things like that, it's all about how we encourage each other as well, brothers and sisters. And like I said, we here at Salam Radio, if there's anything, any information that you need, we are here to help and assist. We're almost come to the end of the program for this evening. Thank you very much for Faisal. Thanks to my guests, Kathleen Needham, the Mayor and the Mayoress, Councillor Alan Dawson, Councillor Dr. Shabina Asad Qiyum. They've been wonderful guests as well. And thank you to everyone who has sent in their comments as well. They have been very, very useful indeed as well. And thank you very much for listening, for watching. Inshallah, I'll see you next Friday at 7 o'clock. Make sure that you continue to listen to Salam Radio 24/7, here to serve you. Allah Hafiz. Have a
Stay
wonderful
tuned
week.
to Salam Radio after this short ad break.
Asia Restaurant gives you the unique fusion of flavors from Turkey, Iraq, Syria and Iran.